Hello guys, welcome to Codecrafters. As we have already seen 1D array and how to solve problems in Java in 1D array, let's get to 2D arrays. So just like 1D array, we have actually 4 ways to declare a 2D array. This same procedure which we use for 1D array. Okay, first we'll have a data type. Let's just use the comment data type and 2 brackets. As it's 2D array, you have to use 2 square brackets and then the variable name, or again a data type. Then you can use variable and after that 2 brackets, or data type 2 brackets then variable, or the fourth way is data type space a bracket variable and then a bracket. So these are the 4 ways you can use to declare an array, a 2D array in Java. But the initialization or assigning values is pretty much same, just like the 1D array. You have to use variable, then you have to use 2 square brackets, and inside the square brackets you'll be denoting the index numbers. Let's say the first index will be 0 and the second index number is also 0, and you'll just say 20. So this will assign the 0th row, 0th column 20 value. Okay. So now let's write a program and let's just try to actually print a 2D array. Then we'll go to the inputting 2D array. So let's say public class multi array, public static void main. Am I getting an error here? Yeah, the spelling is wrong. String args, and inside it we are just going to create a variable of the 2D array type, an integer type, and then you're just going to assign values right in the program, not by inputting, not by user input. That's what I mean. So let's say int arr equal, you'll be using curly braces for assigning values. If it's a set of values, if you're using one-on-one values, you'll be just giving the values number. If you're writing it a set of values, you'll be using curly braces. So 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 7 8. So here we have 2 rows and 4 columns. So this is like one dim, and here's another dimension. So 2 rows and 4 columns. Okay. So now we are planning to print this array. So how will you print a 2D array? You'll be using 2 for loops, right? One for the rows and other one for the columns. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than array dot length, and I plus plus. The second loop will be for int j is equal to 0, j less than array dot length, j plus plus. Next, what's the next step? You'll just need to print, right? System.out.println array of I and j. Let's just give this another print statement here. And let's run the program. This program is not going to print the entire array. I'll just show it and tell you what's the issue with the program is. So if you can see in the output, we are just only getting 1, 2 and 5, 6. Why? We are given here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's not printing everything. It's only printing like 2 rows and 2 columns, right? Why? This first for loop is used for denoting the number of rows, and second for loop is used for denoting the number of columns. Now when we use the array.length in the first row, we'll be having the number of rows in that, right? But we are using the same array.length in inner loop also. So what happens here? Here the number of columns is 4, but the array.length variable is 2. So it's going to iterate only 2 times. That's why we are getting only 1, 2 and 5, 6. In order to avoid that, we have to give here array of I.length. That means it will also include the rows and then count the columns. So now let's run the program. Yes, you're getting it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I hope this is clear. Did you notice one thing? When we actually ran the program, we didn't get the array in the form of 2D. We actually got the array in the form of 1D. We just got a single row, not in the form of rows and columns. Why? Let me just run the program again. Did you see this? It's like one single column, no rows, nothing. It's not in the form of 2D. So how will we print in form of 2D? In Java, the system.out.println is used for new line. This ln mainly denotes new line. So every time the for loop iterates, the line is printed in a new line. We don't want it in a new line. We want it like, we don't want every element in the new line, right? First, we need to actually have one single row, and then when it comes to the second row, we have to print in the second line, right? Not every element in a new line. So to avoid that, we can just remove this ln. The system.out.print will print according to the rows and columns, or we can say if we want not to print in a new line, it will print accordingly that. And this ln will actually print in the next row. So once a row of 4 columns are completed, the next row, this print ln will be used. Now look at this. We got it in the form of rows and columns, as in I mean in the form of 2D, a two-dimensional array. So even if we use one more row here like 9, 10, 11, 12 and run this program, you will be getting 3 rows and again the same number of columns, 4 columns, because we haven't increased the number of count in the columns, we only increase the number of rows. I hope this is clear. As we have already seen how to just declare, instantiate an array and print it, let's see how to take user input for 2D array and print the same. So just like the normal user input, like the way you use it for other simple things, not like array. So first we have to import the scanner class, import java.util.scanner. Then after this, as we are not declaring and instantiating, let's just cancel this and let's declare the array the normal way, new int, and here we will be giving the row size and column size. If you're not actually specifying it, you have to get it as user input also. So let's just say 4 rows and 4 columns. Then let's create an object of the scanner class. Scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay, so we have created the object. Now we just have to input it, right? ARR of ij is equal to s dot next int. So this will actually take the user input of all the array elements, and now we have to print it. Let's just copy the same for loop, close it here. And then we'll just print this here. Give another printing statement, system.out.println. The array elements are. Likewise, in the before, we'll just give a print. Yeah, enter array elements is already there. So we're just going to print it here, system.out.println. Print, right, because we need it in the form of 2D. AR of ij and a space and ln. So that's it. So now we are going to input 4 rows and columns of array and we are going to print it. 1 2 3 4 4 5 2 1 add an input. So yeah, you got the array elements. Exactly. Yes, that's all about the basics of 2D array, and you can actually try solving the problems like finding the diagonals of 2D array and everything. The logic is almost same in all programming languages, just the syntax differs in Java. So you already know how to do it, then I guess you'll be able to solve all those problems, the basics of 2D arrays and everything. Thank you.